Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Travel Plays YouTube channel. Today is Friday, November 1st, and I'm going to be breaking down a few more plays from the NBA slate on Friday night. We're going to be looking at the Lakers going up against the Raptors as the first play, then the Magic going up against the Cavaliers as the second play. A couple good matchups tonight. I'll have a double game pick, two best player props for the entire slate. Before we get to those picks, let's take a look at the Thursday night recap graphic. We have the Grizzlies and the Bucks over 232.5 total points. That line came out really late, but it is over 232.5. We have Giannis over 27.5 points against the Memphis Grizzlies. And then this one's not out yet. It is 5:08 p.m. Central Time. But Keontae George over 2.5 made threes. That's what should be the line. But the Jazz don't have a starting lineup yet. FanDuel, DraftKings, PrizePicks don't have any player props out yet. So I'm still waiting on putting in Keontae George. If he does not play, I guess I'll just void it. But if he does play, I'm going to be looking right before tip-off so I can hopefully bet this one over 2.5. But let's go take a look at the leaderboard for the NBA. We are currently 17-15 on the year. Got some work to do. 2 games above 500, not cutting it. Let's go on to the plays for Friday afternoon. We've got the Lakers and the Raptors at the first play. The Toronto Raptors have been scoring recently, and they have had a couple brutal losses over the last couple days, losing by a bucket against the Nuggets in overtime and losing to the Hornets in their last game by 5 points. RJ Barrett back in the lineup has really been helping them in the scoring department. And Grady Dick, the KU guy, a couple years ago, he was drafted in the lottery last season for the Toronto Raptors. He's really been stepping up his game so far early this year. They're still dealing with Emmanuel quickly not being in the lineup, but he hasn't mattered because this Raptors team, they've now scored 125 plus points in back-to-back games. I think that they're going to score a lot of points in this game as well, going up against the Lakers, because after I said all those great things about the Lakers going into that Cavaliers game, they got stomped, and I mean stomped. The Cavaliers, that might be one of the best teams in the NBA so far. They put up 130 plus points. I'm going to go with the over in this game as the play. Currently don't have a line out. That's what it is in the NBA. That's what you got to deal with. I mean, we're less than 24 hours away from the game tomorrow for this game. We still don't have lines out. So that doesn't happen in any other sport besides the NBA, I feel like. But I will put it out on the recap graphic, just like I did with that Bucks and Grizzlies game today. The Lakers, they have been scoring a lot of points this season as well, especially early in the first 2 games, having 110 plus points against the Wolves and then 125 plus points against the Suns and the Kings. I really think the problem for the Lakers in the last game was that the Cavaliers are just one of the best teams in the NBA. They're up there with the Celtics. I do think they're going to be able to score some points in this Raptors team. They've been giving up a ton of points to start the year. Neither one of these teams are most likely going to play any defense, so I like the over in this spot. I don't trust any of these teams to cover the spread, so just give me the over as the play. And for the next play, we're going to look at the Magic going up against the Cavaliers. I just talked about the Cavaliers. They might be one of the best teams in the NBA to start off the season. They have the best shooting percentage in the league. They are the second highest scoring team in the NBA as well, right behind the Celtics. The only problem for them is that they're going to be running into the Magic. And so far this season, defensively, the Magic have picked up right where they left off last season. Orlando did lose their last game going up against Chicago, but they only gave up 102 points in that game. And that's the Magic defense that we're used to seeing last year. They've also held their opponents to under 100 points twice, and they only gave up 101 points in the Nets in one of those games. So 3 games this season for the Magic, they've held their opponents under 101 points. The Cavaliers, they are the best shooting team so far in the NBA, and they are the second highest scoring team so far in the NBA. But I do think this is going to be a defensive battle, kind of like what we saw between the Cavaliers and the Knicks a couple of nights ago. That game ended up being a total of 214 points. I think that could be right around the total for this game as well, as both these teams are going to be playing some good defense. If I were to take a side in this one, I think you got to take the Cavaliers against the spread, but I'm going to take the under as the play. I think both these defenses will show up. Give me the under as the play for this one. Let's go take a look at the player props. And for the first player prop tonight, we're going to be looking at LaMelo Ball to go over 24.5 points, played up to over 25.5 points as a play against the Celtics. I've said a lot of things about the Celtics early. I do think they're the best team in the NBA. I do think offensively they are easily the best team in the NBA, but I have seen a few things over the last couple games that have been flawed, especially on that defensive side. They are towards the bottom half of the NBA in points allowed per game, and I will say in their favor, some of those extra points are due to garbage time because the Celtics have been up by a big amount of points in a lot of these games in the fourth quarter. But I'm still going to take LaMelo Ball, the best scorer for this Hornets team, to go over his total points, try to keep them in the game. I also think it's a really good bet for his over threes. LaMelo Ball, he's been living and dying behind the arc this year. We have seen him in 4 games so far, and he's taken double-digit three-point attempts in every single game, but he has made 4+ threes in 75% of those games. So he's shooting well. He is shooting below 40% from 3. I would love to see him get more aggressive in this game, get himself in the lane, get himself to the free throw line. But if he's making threes, that's fine by me. I'll take the over points. He's actually coming off his worst game of the season against the Raptors so far, only putting up 19 points, but he has scored over 27+ points in 3 consecutive games before that, and one of them was against the Heat, who I think are one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. He's also shot 20-plus times in every game so far, so we have the shot volume, we have the minutes on the floor, we just need him to make some shots. Give me the over 24.5 points as the play there. And for the last play of the day, for the player props, look at the Nets going up against the Bulls. We're going to take Cam Johnson to go over 3.5 made threes going up against Chicago. There is a possibility that this one comes out at over 2.5 made threes. I just wanted to be on the more safe side for this one, saying the over 3.5. I think he's got a good shot to be over 2.5, but just to be safe, 3.5. This is the sharpshooter for the Nets on the outside. Just like LaMelo Ball, he's been taking a ton of threes on the season. The last 4 games for him, 37 threes. He's made 15 of them, so he's making a lot of his shots. He's coming off back-to-back games, shooting 50+% from deep, making 4+ threes in both games against the Grizzlies and the Nuggets. And Cameron Johnson is playing the most minutes per game for this Nets team. I've talked about the Bulls a little bit this season. They've been a little bit better than what I thought they were going to be, but the defense has not been great. They look good against the Magic. They only gave up 99 points, but that Magic team, they've been struggling offensively besides Paulo Banchero. I think this game, he can make a lot of threes against the Chicago Bulls team. I'm going to go over 2.5 made threes, play it up to over 3.5 made threes as the final player prop. Let's go over the recap graphic. We're going to take Lakers, Raptors over total points, Cavs, Magic under total points. Have both of those plays on the recap graphic for Friday because the lines aren't currently out. And then LaMelo Ball over 24.5 points against the Celtics. And then Cameron Johnson over 2.5 made threes, played up to over 3.5 made threes as the final play there. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA plays and props for Friday, November 1st slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please drop a like in this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.